Jason is bringing back Beer Bowl. That's what we need for its third year in Seattle City, New Jersey. And all proceeds will go to the Eagles Autism Foundation. That's what we do need. We could use some female team submissions because the other podcast is getting a lot of men. Ladies, come on now. I believe in you. I will be there and I want to see you compete. So you got to tag at NGL with Kylie with the hashtag Beer Bowl to tell us, what did little Kylie want to do when she grew up? Well, if last week's episode was any indication, I definitely wanted to be a veterinarian. There are a number of animals that if I got to see them close up or even like interact with, I fully believe I would cry tears of joy. And if you ask me now at 33 what I want to be when I grow up, I'd still say a veterinarian. I love animals so much. I just love them. Now, maybe I can never become.
Taylor Swift's reaction to Travis Kelce's pinup tattoo was absolutely priceless. She literally went silent for what felt like forever, and you could tell she was processing what she was seeing. Taylor, being Taylor, handled it with grace, but you could see she was torn between laughing and being completely mortified. She kept shaking her head and saying things like, "Travis, what is this? And I don't even know what to say right now." The whole situation became even more hilarious when Taylor found out this tattoo has been in existence for 2 whole years, and she had no idea about it. What made it even better was when she learned it was actually on a Giants fan who lost a bet to her Eagles fan husband. Taylor immediately perked up and said, "Okay, now I respect it." She admitted the tattoo artist did an incredible job capturing Travis's physique, which she called oddly accurate and slightly disturbing at the same time. But here's where things get even more interesting, because on their latest podcast episode, Jason and the team actually created a new version of this pinup masterpiece where they replaced the original eagle with Jason Kelce himself. Then created another variation with the Kansas City Chiefs logo, which honestly makes so much more sense, given the Kelce family connection, and creates an even more hilarious representation. Her first response was simply, "Excuse me," and she stood by that reaction because describing the image of Jason kneeling with one hand behind his head, pumping out his chest and arching his back, was somehow even worse than just seeing it. She learned this tattoo masterpiece has been around for 2 years, which means it's been hiding in plain sight while everyone was none the wiser. The fact that it's on a woman who is actually a Giants fan that lost a bet with her Eagles fan husband makes the whole story even more incredible, because apparently they make these kinds of bets regularly. And she has enough tattoos that adding Jason Kelce's as a pinup wasn't completely out of character. Kylie addressed all the confused comments about the original Eagle placement by explaining that when the Eagles' offensive line was featured in some body issue, they had Eagles masks in that exact location, which doesn't make it better. According to Kylie, but at least provides some context for the creative choice, though the new Kansas City version definitely creates a whole different dynamic. She admitted that without any context, her immediate thought was no notes, because the tattoo artist absolutely nailed Jason's physique and even got that distinctive silver fox gray spot on the side of his head perfectly. The artistic execution was undeniably impressive, regardless of which logo version you prefer. The whole situation reminded Kylie that it might be time to bring back one of her favorite segments called Mess Around and Find Out, because people in the comments were getting a little too thirsty over her husband's pinup representation. She had to remind everyone that while she understands the appeal and would probably be commenting similar things if she weren't trying to be a responsible adult, that man belongs to her and is the father of her children. Kylie appreciated the people who at least acknowledged her before making their thirsty comments by saying things like respectfully to Kylie before expressing their thoughts. She called that real, recognize real, and found it much more acceptable than people just openly drooling over her husband without any consideration. The whole pinup tattoo situation has become a viral sensation, and honestly, it's easy to see why, because the combination of incredible artistry, unexpected subject matter, the podcast's Kansas City remix, and the reactions from both Taylor and Kylie created the perfect storm of entertainment that keeps getting better with each new development. If you haven't seen both versions of this masterpiece yet, you're definitely missing out on one of the most creative pieces of fan art ever created. And the evolution from Eagles to Chiefs logo shows how these viral moments can take on a life of their own in the most unexpected ways. Speaking of creative fan art and unexpected moments, make sure you subscribe to see more reactions like this, because we're always covering the most surprising celebrity moments and content you won't find anywhere else. Plus, you never know when the next viral tattoo situation might emerge from the Kelce family universe. Now let's talk about what else has been happening, because Donna Kelce is about to make her reality TV debut on Traders, and everyone is excited to see how America's favorite football mom handles the world of deception and strategy. Honestly, watching her navigate the psychological gameplay is going to be absolutely fascinating. Donna's natural innocence and honesty might work against her if she's a traitor, but could be her greatest asset if she's playing as a faithful. Either way, we're all going to be cheering her on, because she's proven time and again that she can handle any situation with grace and humor while staying true to herself. Plus, seeing how she handles the strategic elements compared to her son's approach to competition. The Jason pinup tattoo situation has been exactly 4 days, 17 hours and 34 minutes since I first doomscrolled upon this image, and honestly, describing it makes it somehow even worse than just seeing it. My husband kneeling with one hand behind his head, pumping his chest out and arching his back with strategic logo placement that has now evolved from Eagle to Kansas City Chiefs branding. Someone commented asking what I was going to say about this, and I replied that I didn't even know where to start, which remains true even after processing it for several days and seeing the podcast's updated version with the Chiefs logo replacement. The fact that this masterpiece has existed for 2 years without my knowledge is honestly impressive, considering how much time I spend online. Plus, learning that it's on a Giants fan who lost a bet to her Eagles fan husband makes the whole situation significantly more respectable in my book. The tattoo artist genuinely did incredible work capturing Jason's physique, including that distinctive gray spot. It's oddly accurate, which makes it simultaneously impressive and deeply unsettling. The Kansas City version somehow manages to be both more logical and more ridiculous than the original. This whole situation has reminded me why I need to bring back the mess around and find out segment, because people are getting entirely too comfortable making thirsty comments about my husband. I need everyone to remember that man is taken and is the father of my children, so please contain yourselves accordingly. I do appreciate the people who at least acknowledge me before making their comments by saying respectfully to Kylie, because that shows proper etiquette. Even when expressing appreciation for my husband's pinup representation, that's real, recognizing real, and I can work with that level of respect.